Do you think these are going to be easier or harder for applicants this year than the one long question that they had previously? Any idea? Kelly, you want to start with that one?
Sure. So, as I was thinking about the impact of the new essay questions from the school's perspective, I think it's a much more directed prompt that likely will give them specific information that they're seeking, right? And so the broader, longer essay would, it allows for more leeway. And many schools are going to several short essays. I think back, when
Except
I first
for Chicago Booth went the other way.
Oh, well, except for, okay. I was just looking at a couple of other schools that have done the same thing. And so I think that in some respects it's harder, but I think now that we have the tip of putting your writing on a diet, it's super helpful. But I do think it's harder to convey a story with fewer words because you may not be able to be as descriptive. And I think this is, where we can help candidates as they're really going through this essay process, help them to achieve the essay that they'd like to have at the end.
Yeah.
Esme?
What I would say is, yes, it's easier to come up with examples. I mean, they're pretty much asking you, to what you need to write about. So the part of not knowing what to write about, of course, you don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's easier. What I think is harder is to stand out because everybody's going to be writing about leadership. Everybody's going to be writing about growth. So how do you stand out from everybody else, especially if you have an overrepresented background, in terms of industry focus, etc. So how do you stand out? And I think that's going to be the key here. And that's what I think you have to, but if you keep if you still do your introspection and if you have story, what you want to say and diversify what you're going to say where, like you said, Linda, I think that you will be able to still convey it. But if you just approach the essays, okay, I'm going to find examples for this and just write the essays without thinking about other parts of the application, then I think you might have a harder time standing out from everybody else who's doing exactly the same.
Agree. Yeah.